Good morning, or actually, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Bonnie. Are y'all able to hear me okay? Put a one in the chat if you're able to hear me okay. Awesome. Thank you, Donna, for letting me know. Well, welcome. Let me take this off here. Um, let's take this off so I can get my cameras right. Do some moving over here. And let me, there we go. Let me get back to some comments. All right, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday afternoon, wherever you are. Uh, I won't be on camera today. I woke up with a headache. So I'm going to try to get through this as best as I can. The medicines just haven't kicked in yet. Being with you on a Sunday afternoon. Today is May 22nd. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness, May 22nd. So Jess can hear me all the way in San Angelo. Yay! and I know Nadine. Nadine is visiting us from, I believe, the New York area. So welcome. Uh, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna see if I can um, let me get last week's projects here. So if you missed last week, these are the three projects that we made. Actually, let me do that one. That other one has my candy in it. But if you joined us last week, I made these these two cards in this one little project using the Hope and Prayer stamp set, as well as some items from the Forever Fern bundle, the stamp set, and the dies. And then I also made just a really cute little treat bag, which I probably should have saved for today, but that's okay. I did a different one for today. These little food grade treat bags and these two cards. So we're going to give those away, and hopefully I can share my screen correctly this next time here. Let me Give me a moment. I hope I don't get any feedback on this, but let's see. I'm going to share. I'm going to get a drawing out of the way. And I think what I'm going to is give like this card away by itself, the You're in My Prayers, and then do this little treat bag and this other card separately. That way I can do 2 drawings. So let me share screen. I want a window. Okay, everybody should see the wheel from last week. I noticed last week when I was showing the wheel, when I went back to look at the video, I noticed it was showing the wheel, but it was also showing the other screen at the same time. And on my screen, all I can see is the wheel. So hopefully you guys can see the wheel okay. I'm going to go ahead and do another shuffle real quick. I seem to like this one a little better. I still can't get my iPad to upload my emails. So I can't do, I'll just do another one. I can't do the wheel on my iPad anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. I did an update on my computer and I need to do an update on my iPad, and I think that's probably the problem, is because it needs an update really bad. So last week, if you like, share, commented on my video, the ones that were I did these, your name's on here, and if you shared, you know you're on there twice. So let's go ahead and spin this. Find the spin. There it is. And let's see what happens here. Yeah, it makes sound, but because I have my computer muted, it you can't hear the little ta-da. You just see a little confetti. About to see some confetti here, and a little pick a winner. Slow. First, I was like, "Where's the winner?" Congratulations. You've got this card here. Marshall Long has got the card. Let me write this down so I don't forget. Marsha is the one card. Congratulations, Marsha. I think I have congratulations, Roberta. Congratulations, Roberta. And congratulations, Marsha. Long. And get that card. Get this bigger. That way y'all can see that screen a little bit bigger. But yes, congratulations. Beth says I'm breaking up. All right, can you guys hear me okay now? I'm hearing a little bit of feedback on my end. And I don't know how to stop it. It's better? Okay. All right. I'm literally trying to figure out why I'm getting feedback on my phone. I'm going to try something else really quick. Okay. No, that doesn't work. All right, y'all, we're just going to go ahead and get started. If y'all can hear me okay, then I'm just going to ignore the feedback that I get on my end, which you might still hear a little bit, but my phone is literally on mute. Everything's turned down, and I don't know why I'm still getting feedback. And it's driving me nuts. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We got the drawings at least out of the way. In your annual catalogs, welcome. If you're here for the first time, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure why I'm having audio problems and then more audio problems. And it literally is driving me nuts, you guys. I'm not sure what's going on, and it's very frustrating right now. So just bear with me. We're going to get through today, and then we'll have to see what I can do going forward, because I can't keep doing this. I'm wasting way too much time in the morning trying to get these right, only to still have feedback and sound issues. And so I know how frustrating it can be watching a video when somebody's cutting out and just things aren't right, because you want to see some crafting, and I want to do some crafting. So yeah, I think the echo that you're hearing, Jackie, is on my end, and that's because it's coming off my phone, but I don't know why it's coming off my phone, because my phone is literally all the way on low. It's actually on silent. Everything is turned down, but yet I'm still getting feedback. So I don't know. We'll just have to deal with a little bit of an echo. I hear like crackling on my end. So anyway, so what we're going to do today is, here, let me try to talk a little lower. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but anyway. So we're going to be working with the very first suite that you see in our annual catalog that's called Tea Boutique. Now, this entire suite is $67, and it comes with this really super cute stamp set called Cup of Tea. There is also a set of coordinating dies, so you can do a lot of really cute things with these dies. And then also you have this package of 6x6 designer series paper. There's 12 designs, and there's 4 pages of each, and it's only 6x6 paper, but this paper is so cute. Let me show you. We have these lemons, and then on the opposite side you have this really pretty little print with I don't know what it is, but it's really pretty. And then you have this piece of paper, and on the flip side is that. And then you have this sheet of DSP that's all these different kinds of cups. And on the flip side, you have that kind of lattice. And then you have this one, lots of florals there. And then you have this, what is this? I think it's crushed curry stripes. And then we have this piece. And on the flip side, you have this parakeet party stripes. And then this one. And then this one is the same as this purple one, which I think is fresh freesia. And I think this one's either blushing bright or petal pink. I don't remember. And then you have this one. And that pretty side. And then you have this one that has a bunch of envelopes with these flowers coming out of it. And the flip side is this crushed curry design. And then you have this other one that has these other kind of teapots. And on the flip side, you have this blue and polka dot. Then we have this one. And the flip side to that is like I think this is petal pink, like a petal pink gingham. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Denise. Happy Sunday. And then we also have this one. And then the flip side to that. And then, did I miss one? Hold on. I pulled the same of two, but here's another one. I think I'm missing one. I think I missed pulling one out. And then the flip side to that is this sweet sorbet. It's got a little bit of design to it. I don't know if that was 11 or 12. Yeah, that was 12. I had to count there. But there's your designer series paper. And then it also comes with a package of these cards and envelopes in every color of the new in colors. And we're going to be working with one of those today. Not this one specifically, but you've got these pre-printed cards, and then you also have these gorgeous envelopes. On the back, it's got a little bit of floral print on the back, not much, but on the front, but it's pre-printed for you. So you can work directly off of these cards and envelopes. So and all of that is $67.50. So it's actually a really great deal for an entire suite of products. And in your annual catalog, it's on page 12 and 13. So let's go ahead and get started on our first little card. And by the way, in the card, actually for the card, if you notice, I thought, where'd it go? There we go. On this page right here, this card right here, I really wanted to case. I thought that was super, super cute. And as I'm doing this demonstration, you can do this card in pretty much any of the in colors because the cards and envelopes come in every single color. It's a different design. Like, for example, you've got your parakeet party. It has the lines on it. And then, of course, you have a coordinating parakeet party envelope, but there's all 5 colors, all 5 new in colors. So we're going to be casing that card first. So let's go ahead and do that one. So I'm going to show you how super, super simple it is. Here is the card. And then there's the coordinating envelope. It's already done up for you. Is that not cool? So let me get my little pieces for that. Okay, we already have a pre-printed card base for you. All you have to do is just fold it. And we're going to use our bone folder to burnish our edge. Now remember, I want to continue to use where I'm stamping the back of the cards that I'm doing. And I'm going to be using the limited edition again, and I'm going to stamp on the back, handcrafted from the heart. So let's do that one in. Let's do it in Starry Sky. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the back. There we go. Oh, I probably should have left that open. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay. So now we're going to work on the front. I have this piece of white, and this piece measures 3 1/4 by 4. Okay. So what we're going to do on this one is we're actually going to stamp. We're going to stamp our flowers. I'm going to do a hybrid stamp. Oops. Hybrid stamp and hybrid like embossing. And here we go. I'm going to stamp this image. Where's my little foam thing? I'm stamping on photopolymer, so I want to make sure that I stamp on my foam mat. But I'm going to stamp this little image first in garden green. Give it just a little pressure. There we go. And then in fresh freesia, I'm going to be stamping the flowers. And where's my flowers? There we go. So we're going to ink those up. And then let me stand up just a little bit so that I can see where I'm over. I'm lining up this first flower and the last flower with these 2 tips right here. And that's going to help me. There we go. And then I'm going to leave fresh freesia open because I'm going to be stamping on it. But before we do that, I'm going to put this aside. And I've already done my die cutting. And what I did is I stamped and die cut this particular image. And I am using both my light starry sky and my dark starry sky. And we're just going to use our blend to color this. So bear with me while I color this. Try to get around these little designs. I think this is the most tedious part of this one right here, is doing this coloring. I'm trying to get around these little designs so I can go a little faster in these other areas. I'm also trying to concentrate so I go within the lines too. Y'all are all watching me. Seems like it went a lot smoother when I was doing this last night and didn't have an audience. It's okay if you do a little bit inside because we're going to be using the dark one here in just a minute. Almost done. Let me get these little areas that I missed. Okay, that was good for that. And then let's get our dark one, because the dark one I'm going to be coloring in these little images just so they stand out a little more. Now, don't forget, when you're using our blends, you want to make sure you have your surface protected underneath. And I'm going to show you why. At least a piece of paper, but definitely at least one layer, depending on how hard your strokes are. If you're a hard colorer. With these blends, it's very light touch. Doesn't take a whole lot to do what you want to do. There we go. Now, if you want to give a little bit of shadow to your little cup here, just go back over and make it a little darker in some areas. You don't have to do the whole thing. But it will give a little shadow. I'm just going to do this part of the cup over here. There we go. Just gives it a little bit of a shadow there. Let me catch up on some comments. Hi, babe. And hi, Cindy. Yeah, that's the thing with that. You can do either or. Plus, where did my stamp go? Plus, with that, there's also this die right here that does the outline of the cup as well as those little that little design in there. So if you wanted to, you could cut this out in white and go over that. In fact, let's see. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'll show you. Since I have my small, let me just do one. so we can see what it looks like when you go over it. I can get that up now. They're with me. I'm just poking all these little pieces out here. This is working easier with my take your pick. I probably should have gone through that twice just to get a good cut. And there's one here that's kind of stubborn. See if I can pull that out without tearing the whole thing. But this is the die cut that's part of the die set. And you can also put it over, but the images don't line up, just so you know. Which kind of is like, well, does it make any sense? But they don't line up, just so you know. It's like it's opposite. And even then, opposite, they don't line up. So, but there is a die cut that you can do. And I'm assuming you can use this with like a solid color of this cup, because there is just a solid die to use. Okay. Okay, so let's bring this back. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and put the cup on there, and then I'm going to do the other stamping right beneath it. So this is why I was saying you want to make sure you have something underneath where you're using our blends so that it doesn't bleed through on your surface. So I'm just going to put a dimensional on the back, and then I'm going to line this up so it looks like the flowers are coming out of the little teacup there. And then bring back my fresh freesia. And we're going to stamp "Take Care of Yourself" in the bottom. And let me go ahead and close that. Let's bring back our card front. And we're just going to put this one straight down on the front center of the card. Y'all see how easy this is? Just to be able to do a small little portion of the front of the card and make that card, that beautiful part of that card that's already done for you, do the rest. And then I went ahead and die cut out and stamped and die cut this little half orange. And this one was done in crushed curry. And I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of that. And we're just going to put that right there on the side. Now, if you wanted to, you could certainly put some Wink of Stella on your little teacup to give it a little shine. but I didn't do it on this one, but that's also an option. And then don't forget you have your envelope, and all you have to do is just fold that. And then you have your coordinating envelope. So there you have it. That's that card that is on inside the catalog. So Cindy likes the pre-decorated envelopes. Yes, they are. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the little video because it's throwing me off that I hear my own voice on this other side. So, but there's card number 1. Now card number 2, we're going to go with the, which one is this one? The sweet sorbet, kind of a sweet sorbet color. So let me put that one off to the side. It's very similar to the first one, but I did add a couple of more layers. And let me get all my pieces out because I got a lot of little pieces here. All right, so we have our regular white card base. Just fold that. Burnish that edge there. And then let me get my sweet sorbet. And I'm looking for my chamois. I've lost my chamois. I've lost my chamois, so that's why I keep baby wipes around so I can clean. I know it's here. It's just buried under some stuff. So there we go. Because I want to stamp the back of this card with the handcrafted from the heart, but I wanted to use the sweet sorbet. There we go. And I'm going to leave sweet sorbet open because I'm going to be doing some stamping on the front. Okay, and then now we're going to be using this piece of designer series paper. The flip side is that I think it's petal pink gingham, so you could actually use any side if you want to. But I wanted a lot of those colors to kind of pop. Sorry about that. I knew it went out. There it is. It got quiet on me and I didn't hear the feedback. So I was like, what happened? Okay, so we're going to be using this piece of designer series paper. And this is not the standard 4 by 5 1/4 cut. I've added another 1/8 of an inch to this. So you're barely going to see any of that white all the way around. But you can still see a little bit of it. Okay, and my new favorite die are those Deckled framelits, the rectangle freckled Frackled. Hold on. Deckled. It's the Deckled rectangle frame dies, because on the edge you can kind of see that it's got kind of like a torn edge to it. Okay, so rather than just a straight, I went ahead and decided to use, and look at the other side of that DSP that we're covering up. So let's get some glue on this one. And we're going to put this one in the center. Okay, so you've got a little bit of that coloring showing around the edge. If you were replicating this card, this layer's completely optional. If you wanted to, you could just go straight to using the next size down. And that way you can see a little bit of more of the designer series paper on the back. But I really wanted to put a layer of this sweet sorbet color down. Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and stamp in sweet sorbet. Thank you. Let's just get that out of the way. Oh, I went too far. I went too far down. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. And this will be my sample. And then I'll just give away the sample that I did, which is a lot better. Okay. In fact, let's just do this one. This will still be mine. I can't see from this angle. We're going to see if I do it again. Oh, no, that's better. Okay. And then this layer is going to go up with dimensionals. Okay. So let's get some dimensionals on all 4 back corners. Let's put that in the center. And then I cut out one of the teacups in this designer series paper, which I thought was really cute. We're going to pop that up with a dimensional. And then we're going to put that right here in the center. And I'm missing a piece. Oh, you guys, hold on. I'm missing my flowers. Okay, well, let's do one real quick. I'm going to do these in garden green. Oh, I think I know why I'm missing one, because when I was playing with it, I did flowers on the other one, but I didn't want to do, anyway, I just decided not to do the flowers. So let me cut that piece real quick. Good thing is we have a die for the flowers. Who else keeps a mini die cut and emboss machine like right next to them? It really does make it easy for making those last minute little cuts that you need. There we go. There we go. Oh, there was my chamois. It was underneath my mini die cutting machine. Okay, so our little flowers, we are going to put this up with a dimensional. Oh, I'm sorry, these are the leaves, not the flowers. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this right behind there. And then this die cut right here is the same one that cuts the flowers when you stamp them, which is nice. Okay, that fits perfect on there. So I stamped and die cut a set of flowers in crushed curry. And we are just going to put a little bit of glue. You can use a glue dot too if you wanted to use a glue dot. But I'm going to put a little bit of glue and just attach them to the tips of these flowers. There we go. And then these smaller pieces are a little more difficult. Put one right there. One right there. And one right there. I just want them to be on the tips of the end of that greenery there. And there you have it. There's card number 2. I didn't do an envelope, but in the prizes, there will be an envelope. Okay, so there's card number 2. And then the last thing I wanted to do was something kind of like a little project, but something really super simple that anybody can do. Literally anybody can do. And you can dress this up as much as you want. The point was to give a little card. This is kind of like a card, but it's also like a matchstick little box, I guess you can say, the way it's designed. So on the front, I really wanted to show off this designer series paper, and I die cut one of the teacups in another designer series paper so that I could stamp in the middle and put a little bow there. And let me show you here. Super, super simple, you guys. So what I have is, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock that has been cut in half vertically. There's a score at 1 3/4, and you can go ahead and fold that in. And I'm going to go ahead and burnish that edge a little bit. And then from that point, there's another score line at 5. And I'm going to go ahead and fold that and burnish that edge. Okay. Now, while this is open, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 strips. You can use glue if you want to use glue, but I went ahead and used 2 strips of our tear and tape. And this is where I'm going to be putting it. I'm going to put one there. I'm pretty sure you can get away with just one, but I'm going to go ahead and use 2 just to make sure it's got plenty of adhesive behind it. If you use glue, only put glue on this bottom kind of 1/2 inch. And then just tear off. I'm getting this part out of the way so that I don't mess up. And then peel your things off there and then just give it a little pressure. Okay. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the front with this designer series paper. Just make sure it's going in the right direction, especially, you know, if it's directional designer series paper. I know that cut out, but we're back and we're almost done. Okay, and we're going to decorate the front. I'm just using designer series paper because we're already putting this on cardstock. So that's kind of like our mat, our built-in mat there. And this measurement on the front, this is a 4 by 4 1/4 piece on this top piece. This piece is from the same cut, is still 4 inches wide, but this one is only 1 inch. I'm going to get some glue on that. And we're going to put this on this bottom flap. I'm trying to center it a little bit. If you wanted to make it a little wider, you could make it a little wider. There we go. Now I am going to put a piece on the top on the inside. This is the same measurement as this piece of designer series paper. So it's 4 by 4 1/4. That way, if you want to write a sentiment or something on the inside or stamp something, you've got some space. Let's stick that right here. Okay, and then on the outside, we're going to stamp in garden green. We're going to stamp "Let's Get Together Soon" on our cup. And while I have this garden green out, let me go ahead and stamp the back. Let me clean my handcrafted from the heart here. There we go. I am done with that piece. So now let's get a dimensional on the back of this. I'm going to put that right here. I have the Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon. We're going to make a little bow. You can make a little bow or a big bow. It doesn't really matter. Just going to trim my edges there. And let's get a glue dot on the back of this bow. And stick it right there on the side. Now on the inside, you have your choice of, I'm going to use one of these just because it's more flat. This is another little tea bag, a little herbal tea bag that I have. And then you can also use, if you want to use a regular tea bag, you can use a regular one. I'm just going to use one. I'm going to put this organic one in there. I'm just going to use a glue dot on the back so that it sticks. There we go. Now, if you're going to use this one, this one's going to be a little harder if you use a glue dot. And if you do use a glue dot, I would probably use it more towards the top so that it doesn't rip the actual bag when they tear it off. I would put the glue dot up here at the top so that it kind of hangs down. Or if it's a smaller, different kind of tea bag that they can use with a cup. But that's why I decided to get this little smaller one that's designed for just a small cup. Now, where it closes is, remember we left this little gap right here? You're going to have to bend this just a little bit to get that to go in. Hold on. There we go. And, uh-oh, I didn't mean for it to go that way. It's not supposed to be that bent. My first one wasn't that bent. It was more flat. So maybe just use one strip of the tear and tape adhesive. Okay. See, because my first one was it laid a lot more flat, and this one's more bent. So I didn't intend for it. So I'll keep this one as my sample. I'm going to go back and fix this one so that it lays a little more flat. But really, it's supposed to look, it's supposed to look like this. Oh, you know what I did wrong? I'm sorry, you guys. That very first score, that's what I did wrong. That very first score is only supposed to be at 1 1/4 inches, not 1 1/2. That's why it's doing that. And that's why my paper doesn't look like it matches up. Okay, so I'll rewrite the measurements in the supply list. I'll add it to the supply list. So go by that. So hopefully nobody was doing this as I was doing this demonstration. It's the first score mark was at 1 1/4 inches, not 1 1/2. So yeah. Okay, so let me bring back the projects. We have this, and then you have card number 2, and then we have card number 1 that also has a coordinating envelope. So I can get that all in there at the same time. There you have it. This is the Tea Boutique out of the annual catalog. It's the very first suite that you see in the catalog. And so thank you all for joining me. I am really going to work on audio issues here. And so, but thank you for keeping with me, joining me. Enjoy your afternoons wherever you are. Stay blessed, stay cool wherever you are. We had some storms come through the San Antonio area last night, and we are also in line for some more storms. And sorry if I feel like I'm talking weird. It's because I keep literally hearing the feedback on my end. So I'm hearing my voice double, which is driving me nuts, you guys. So, but let me go back and make sure I didn't miss somebody. Well, look at who, I don't know who this is, but we have someone joining us from Lima, Peru. Wow. Well, welcome, Lizzie Quinteros. Lizzie Quinteros from Peru. I think she's the furthest person that's ever watched. So thank you. Hope you can turn on your translations and you understand what I'm talking about, or if you understand English, that's even better. Thank you, Stella. Let's see. Donna says double is no fun. Sherry thinks it's so cool. I think it's a good alternative to the little treat bags, like the treat bag that I did last week, because you could totally put tea bags in here and decorate this particular treat bag with the Tea Boutique suite. Totally get away with that. And you could probably fit a couple of tea bags in there. In fact, I think the picture in the catalog has one decorated with the tea bags in it. So anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a great day wherever you are. And I will see you back Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. in order to wrap up the page 37 scrapbook page layout that we're working on with He's the Man. So y'all have a great day. All right, bye.